Greetings, everyone. So we have been progressing on the foam overlay on the roof and then adding that other layer of plywood. But I got caught with a rainstorm without getting the underlayment covered on most of the stuff that we had done. So the plan is now not to get so much or leave so much roof exposed that I can't get it covered with the roofing underlayment prior to any storm. So the last several days we've been trying to cover things up early in the morning when it's cooler. This peel and stick, it's a fire rated product by Owens Corning. It's called Titanium FR. So it's we needed that for the fire rating up here. California has the WUI or wildlife wildfire urban interface. So you have to meet certain codes for wildfires. So I couldn't use regular peel and stick paper. It had to be fire rated. So there was a couple brands I looked at. I like this one best because it could be exposed for 180 days as opposed to another one that was not a peel and stick and it could only be exposed for 60 days to the sun and whatnot. So I went with this product. It is quite a bit more expensive, but I do like the peel and stick underlayments. They're just so much more forgiving. Especially once you start putting all those screws through it for the metal roof and whatnot. They pretty much self-seal themselves when the screw goes through because it's got a thick, gooey, like tar backing. So anyway, we're going to get started putting a few rolls of that on this morning, and we'll show you how that goes. So the process that we were taking was first to run a strip of that underlayment straight up the valley, and then we proceeded to add the layers of the underlayment, and I'm overlapping about 6 inches or more onto the valley strip that we have going up there. So I've got my measurement for this first section. It needs to be 30 feet long, and I'll show you this really cool setup that Matthew did inside the house for cutting the strips nice and straight and getting the right measurements. I thought this was pretty cool. I thought this was pretty smart. Matthew took a couple of blocks, and that's just a leftover piece of sticker that was under a plywood stack. And he made a little bracket, I guess to call it, to hold the roll so that you could just pull the sheet out from underneath and it'll unroll. And he put a tape measure at our cut point, and it's strung out through the living room. It's a 35-foot tape measure, so it goes just about the whole length of the 35 feet. Most of our lengths are shorter than that on the roof, so it's been working out well. But I thought that was a pretty good idea by Matthew, and making it easy to measure out the lengths of the underlayment. So I am not a professional roofer by any means, and there is probably a quicker, more efficient way to put in this roofing underlayment, but we're just trying to be safe when we do it. We're always trying to keep the lift below where we're working, so if we happen to slide, we'll slide right into the lift and there won't be any issues. So it's a little slower putting this up. It is an 8 and 12 roof, so it's not a lot of fun to walk around on, and I could use those toe brackets that you can put on the roof, but that's just poking more holes in my underlayment. So I'm going to try to avoid using those, and we'll just use the slower process of keeping the lift below where we're working. So the process that I've been using is I'm hanging the underlayment 2 inches beyond the eaves for right now, just to get the water to shed until I can get all the metal and the fascia boards on and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and I put this in probably not the way the manufacturer suggests. I think they want you to peel one of the pieces and then put it on, but it ends up sticking to the deck and whatnot. So I'll show you what I'm doing. You're welcome to try it if you like, but here goes. Morning.
You guys go for a run?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
So what we're doing is we're just putting tacks about every 3 feet along this run, and then of course down at the bottom we're measuring it to where it's overhanging 2 inches, and then once we get down the whole row, we will peel the top layer out from under the underlayment, and then we'll come back and we'll put the rest of the nails in there. We're using these 1-inch stainless steel roofing nails with the washer. I think that's a 1-inch washer also.
Perfect. Got a cover?
Another thing I found is if you pull the underlayment out at an angle so it's doubling back on itself, it won't tend to stick. A couple times we grabbed a fistful of it and tried to pull. Well, when it wrinkled up, it would start sticking to the back of this. So kind of looks, I pull it out like that, nice and flat. And so anywhere where it's folded back, it is not touching the gooey stuff underneath.
Come on, right here.
Yeah, the middle and the bottom.
You got it.
No pressure.
About to lose it. Go.
You can hit that. I only had that first top one tacked. Sweet. All right. Power rod 30. So Matthew and I were able to finish the peel and stick roofing underlayment on this side of the portico shear. And then we moved on to doing the foam and the plywood on the other side, and I'll take you over and see what that looks like. So we were able to get 2 rows of insulation and plywood on this section of the roof. And tomorrow we'll continue on and head right up the valley. The other thing we did today, I forgot, the last 2 rows at the top of this side of the portico shear, I ran out of nails for the pneumatic nailer, so I had to go buy some. And we went ahead and finished nailing everything off. We had just put 6 nails in the top 2 rows of all those boards the other day when we were putting them up. So we went ahead and finished that nailing off today as well.